in my SAP system. Transaction code OY07 or path SAP NetWeaver, general settings, set countries, specify countries, in my SAP system. Specify countries in my SAP system. In bracket CRM, comma, SRM, SCM. Note, ECC, Enterprise Central Component. CRM, Customer Relation Management. SRM, Supply Relation Management. SCM, Supply Chain Management. So, in the line, if you do any changes along with ACC or SAP server is ACC server, along with ACC automatically applies CRM, SRM, SCM. Let me check what are the properties. Click on execute, means clock icon. Click on position. Country IN. Click on detail button. Right, the page open like this. In the page, we activate net discount base. Select net discount base. In bracket discount authorization. Select net tax base. Tax authorization. Tax authorization. What are the two components here? net discount base, country base discount authorization, net tax base, country base tax authorization. So country never define discounts. Country authorize only taxes. But in the page, why they authorize discount? Why? Because see, for example, our invoice value is 1 lakh. Customer required 10% discount, right? So basically, tax which applies on net base value means 1 lakh minus 10,000, 90,000 we used to pay tax. For that purpose, in country level, they authorize net discounts. If you untick net discount base, system treats as country level, there is no discounts. So straight away they charge 1 lakh into 10% tax. Whenever we authorize net discount base, system check. So gross value, if any discounts, after discount, the value is the net value. In that we calculate tax. So this is the importance of the tick mark. So country level, we authorize net discounts and taxes. Discounts and taxes. So same. Third one, set country specific checks. In India, what's the postal code length? 6. Right? The bank properties and postal code properties. So those things taken care by country specific checks. Taken care by country specific checks. Execute. Click on position. Country IN. Click on detail button. So the page open like this. So basically the first time it's empty page, we manually fill the fields. First, bank key. What's that? Bank key 4. What is 4? Assign externally. Runtime we used to enter the bank values. So because company maintain multiple bank accounts, we keep on adding the data. So it's an assign externally. Assign externally. See here. Bank number, obsolete, assign internally, assign externally. We choose assign externally. If you say fixed bank account, which allows only one bank account. Which only one bank account. So always we maintain assign externally 4. Next, India postal code length is 6. And the checking rule I mentioned 4. What is 4? Length to be kept to exactly numerical with no spaces. What's the meaning for this? Length to be kept exactly numerical with no spaces. I mentioned 5 lakh 1. The postal code length 5 lakh 1. In between, can I mention any like space bar or additional parameters? Right? No. It's a unique number 5 lakh 1, 5 lakh 2, 5 lakh 3. Like continuous number. So 4. Length to be kept to exactly numerical with no spaces. Bank number length 15. Sir, in SBI, the bank number they mentioned 11 to 12 character, but you mentioned 15 character. Can system allow for this? If you go to SBI bank, they mentioned 12 characteristic bank number, but I mentioned 15 character. Can system allow 12 characteristic? No, the thing is up to 15 character system allow. If it is more than 15 characters, system failed to create. The meaning for this means they are not exactly 15 character. Till 15 character system alone. Right? Next.
We can extend it.
Yes. But in India, the maximum characteristic is 15. That. So even ICICI, HDFC, they maintain 15 characteristic. So like SBI, Andhra Bank, those they maintain 12 characteristic. Next. Bank number length. 15. And I mentioned 5. Maximum value length. Means more than 15 character it won't allow.
Valid.
5. 5 means up to 15 characteristic allow.
15.
Characteristic allow. Means if anyone try to change system, it won't allow because it's a validation. Maximum value length 5. Right? So means whenever we say validation, some hierarchy approval is there. So we assign to a specific person, he is the only person to change if any changes required as global settings. Right? So for example, if I remove this number characteristic 5, runtime you can change. Runtime you can change. Right? In that case, it's a very big issue because especially in finance point of view, it's a very big issue. Right? At the time of audit, maybe it goes to scrutiny also, companies. For that, we used to maintain some validation controls. It's a type of validation. It's a type of validation. Even if anyone tried to create more than 15 character, system says you are authorized to create up to 15 character. That it's a type of validation. Next, post bank account number. Post bank account number. So what's the bank account number like? 15.
Both bank account.
Means for EBS, electronic bank reconciliation statement. So we used to log in the portal and we used to download the data and we used to reconcile the statement. That is post bank account number. Next, GST registration number. You can choose either 10 or 11. Some of the systems it shows tax number 1. Right? Some of the systems it shows tax number 1. Right? Sir, why can't you change in your system also tax number 1? Is it possible to change? Fine. Once I close this, I just show you how to change the properties. Right? So you people mention tax number 1 or GST number. Tax number 1 or GST number. Next. Length of bank key. Length of bank key. 11. What is 11? See here. Bank key nothing but CRN or IFSC code. In bracket mention CRN. What is CRN? Customer relation number or IFSC code. CRN or IFSC code. How many characteristic? 11 characteristic. Sir, where we use this CRN number? Where we use this CRN number? For net banking, internet banking, we log in with CRN number, right? Or IMPS codes, right? Mobile number codes.
Right.
Yes. So, length of bank key is nothing but CRN or IFSC code. How many characteristic? 11 characteristic. And even CRN number also, maximum value length without gaps. Maximum how many characteristic? 11 characteristic without gaps. Same. Right. Now, let me so I want to change GST number to tax number one. I want to change the property GST number to tax number one. How to check that? First, let me identify the field properties or the field element properties. Click on your file, help. In that, technical detail. Here it shows, see here, field name, LNS T1. What's that? LNS T1. So this is the field name. In the field, we used to change the properties. Now, I open one more page, CMOD, technical enhancement, data element, keyword, change. I want to change the description, right? What's the data element? LNS T1. Wait. Data element, see here, underscore 005. See here, they changed GST number, but which will we use? Tax number one. Send. What it says? Data element LNST1 underscore 005 is activated as the name. Means activated. Now close the page. Log out and log in. Log out and log in. So SAP NetWeaver, general setting, set countries, check country specific checks. Execute, position, see here, tax number. Before it shows GST number, so we can change. Clear? Likewise, we used to map. Now, so fourth one, insert regions. Insert regions. First of all, in our KDS, what all are two states? One in Hyderabad, one in Chennai. Hyderabad comes under Telangana region. Chennai comes under Tamil Nadu. So basically, Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore for Tamil Nadu, Chennai for Chennai. Right? Now, execute. Click on position. Country IN. So here, check the regions. These and all country-wise country regions. See, 22 number, Tamil Nadu. 22 number, Tamil Nadu. And number 36, Telangana. Right? What are the two required regions? One in Tamil Nadu, one in Telangana. So two regions are created. Sir, if not create, how to create the region? Right? So note, All regions are predefined in SAP. Predefined in SAP. If client specific regions, yes, please. If client specific regions, click on new entries, click on new entries. One page will repeat only. So, what's that? Click on new entries. What is new entries? The data not created. We used to create the client specific data. What's the shortcut key? F5. So, the initial day we discussed. What are the various shortcut keys we have? F1, help. F2, confirmation. F3, previous session or page. F4, open pop-up window. F5, new entries. Observe F5, new entries. Here, how to create that? Country IN 22, Tamil Nadu. And IN 36, Telangana. Sir, is it necessary to maintain 22, 36? 22 for Tamil Nadu, 36 for Telangana. Yes, because that is a yes, exactly. Country-wise GST portal services. Country-wise GST portal services. And 37, Andhra Pradesh. IN 37, Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh. I will share the list of regions, the GST codes and region names. Clear? So this is the way. If already created, ignore. If not, we will create the line item. For example, in my system already created, even I try to create one more time. Let me check, can system able to save the document or can it shows error? So I just hit enter button. Check the status bar. An entry already exists with the same key. What's the meaning for this? Means in my system already created. Then how to cancel this? Click on escape button. It asks you. So your changes will be lost. Cancel. If I say yes, cancel. If I say no, uncancel the application. I click on yes. Right. Sir, you said it's already created. Very good. How to check the data? I want to know either that is created or not. How to check the data? Right. In this, click on position. What are the required parameters we choose? Country IN, region 36. See here, Telangana. So what about Tamil Nadu? See here, 22, Tamil Nadu. So it's already created, right? Why? In general applications, for example, in the Word file, add new data. System says data saved or already saved, right? Even new data also already saved. But in SAP, there is no override scenario. There is no override scenario. Like, see, for example, I entered some data in this, like I mentioned, set country specific checks. If I click on save icon, can data save? Yes, right? The previous data already saved, right? But I entered only one line. So again, if I click on save icon, data save. Here I won't get any pop-up window, right? I won't get any pop-up window like already data exists because the existing data is already there. Now I add only new data, but system may allow to enter the new data. Means it's a override scenario is there, but in SAP there is no override scenario. It's a one-time activity. Once it's created, there is an option to overwrite. But here we can overwrite. Yes, we can overwrite. So overwrite the existing data and add new data. Clear? So there's a difference between general applications and SAP application. So and observe what's the GST number in Andhra Pradesh? 37. So here in my system there is no 37, only 36 Telangana. Then how to create? Click on your entries, country IN 37 Andhra Pradesh. Can system allow to save this? Yes, because it's not created. It's not created. Hope everyone understand, right? Next, main heading currencies. The main heading currencies. Can system know MRF tax India, the Indian currency INR, right? No, system does. It's an artificial system. So in one phase which we map, then able to post the scenarios, able to run the applications, right? First one, check currency codes. What's that? Check currency codes. Execute clock icon. Observe. Guys, how many countries we have globally? 218. Globally, we have 218 countries, right? So basically, we have India, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Hong Kong, Thailand, London, or Japan, right? Or this what's it? USA. Basically, max 10 to 15 we know, but globally we have 218 countries. Now, click on position, currency. What's the Indian currency? INR. Country IN. Currency always INR. See here, currency INR, long text Indian rupee, short text rupee, ISO INR. What's the meaning of ISO? Uh, International Standard Organizations. ISO means International Standard Organizations. So some of the products they mention ISO 9001 to 2018, right? Means so while manufacturing the product, they maintain ISO standards, international standards. Like in general, we heard like local quality, export quality. Export quality means they maintain ISO standards. They maintain ISO standards. As local quality, what do they want? Right? So like all brands, Adidas, Nike, every brand, they maintain ISO standards because they are ready to sell the product on globally. But like for example, T-Mart, it's localized, right? More, more shopping mall, they are localized. We never expect those products on ISO standards. But other products they maintain FSSI plus ISO standards. They clearly mention 9001 to 2000, right? They mention depend on the product and depend on their categories. So how they can mention ISO? What is the meaning of ISO? International Standard Organizations. So better table format. Currency INR, Long text, Indian rupee. Short text, rupee. ISO, INR. Can I change ISO, INR? That is standard, right? Next, say. Next, right. Set decimal places for currencies. Next one, main heading. Set decimal places for currencies. So, what is decimal places for currencies?
Meanwhile, this will be for 1, 1, 2, 3.
Dot 00 or 001 002. That is the decimal places. Like for example, 100.00, right? So, in India, how many decimals we maintain?
2, 0.
Two decimals. Can anytime we check the TDS report?
Serious.
TDS. What is TDS? Tax deduction at source, right? So GST, indirect tax, TDS, direct tax, TCS, direct tax collection at source, right? Like income tax. For TDS and TCS, we maintain three decimal. And again, can you check PF account? What is PF? Provident fund. They maintain three decimal. Basically, for understanding, we mention 100.00, two decimal. But globally, no one country not to maintain two decimal. Always we maintain three decimal. What is three decimal? 100.000. ఫుల్ స్టాప్ తర్వాత త్రీ జీరోస్ ఉంటాయి, వాటిని డెసిమల్ అంటాం. చూడండి, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ మీన్స్ క్లాక్ ఐకాన్. It shows one pop-up window. Caution. The table is cross-client. రాసుకోండి. Mention. Caution. The table is cross-client. What's the meaning of cross-client? Underline the word cross-client. Next line, heading. Cross-client. Guys, everyone will carry two different color pens. Header and line items. Okay? So, caution, cross-client. What is cross-client? Which applies more than one client number within the server. Within the server means if I used to change any data in this particular client number, it automatically apply the other clients in this respective server. I need a clarity. What is client? What is server? What is the client? What is server? Note. To check various client numbers. To check various client numbers in a server. In a server. So, in my server, what are the respective clients which we? I want to see the various client numbers in this particular server. The transaction code is /o. Transaction code /o SCC4. What's that? /o SCC4. Enter. Observe, in my server, how many clients we have? 000, 001, 066, 800, 810, 811, 812. These are the available client numbers in my system, right? So in this, which client number I chose? Client number 800. Now I log in the client number 800. If I change any property in this particular 800, it will apply to all other client numbers. All other client numbers, right? That is a cross client. So generally, if I configure data in my system, which applies only for my particular system, but whenever we say cross applications, so across the application component, not only a specific client number, which applies to all other client numbers. Let me check practically, right? Now, here, click continuation, click on position, currency, INR, so enter. So currency, INR, long text, Indian rupee, so decimals. Observe, in decimal, it shows double window icon. This is pop-up window icon. Click on this window icon. So what are the decimals, available decimals here? No decimal, 1 decimal, 3 decimal, 4 decimal, 5 decimal. Observe, there is no 2 decimal. So globally, there is no 2 decimal. If you go to Africa, they maintain 1 decimal. US, 0 decimal. Singapore, Malaysia, they maintain 5 decimal. London, 4 decimal. In India, we maintain 3 decimal. Differ country to country. Differ country to country. For example, for understanding or for cross-checking the cross client, already here they mentioned 3 decimal, right? I changed to 1 decimal. I changed to 1 decimal. Same. Don't write, just check. 1 decimal. What's the client number which I log in? 800. Now I log in with other client number like 001. So this is the other client number, right? Username, password. The same page which I opened. See here, SPRO, SAP reference AMC, SAP NetWeaver, general setting. So currencies, set decimal places for currencies. What says? Cross client. What says? The data is locked by user. See, in my system only, already I opened the page. Fine, I close the page and I check here. INR. Did I change here? I changed data in 800, but automatically applied to the entire client. So those nature of properties comes under cross clients. Cross clients always which applies one-time activity for the entire server. Entire server. Right? Now. So I revise the component. So we maintain how many decimal in India? 3 decimal. 3 decimal. Right? Next. Fine. Now, yes, Santosh, question.
Sir, why it is not showing wrong? Because we are changing that 3 to 1, not the decimal.
Here,
But
there is
India,
no validation control, right? As a consultant, we are creating the data. For user level only, they used to show that validation controls, like example exceeding the limits, like you are not authorized to use, like that. But as consultant configuration levels, so there is no validation control. If as a consultant configuration, if we maintain validation controls, there is option to set off the line items, so that the next level we have an auditing, so configuration audit. So that the team there is to cross check either consultant configuration they are reaching the client requirements or not.
Okay.
All right. Now, based on this scenario, we are able to create company data. For creating company, what are the requirements? Country, currency, region, language is English, right? And calendar. Calendar, already we maintain fiscal year calendar. V3, that is a standard Indian April to March calendar. So based on this five global standard settings, so we're able to create our company. We're able to create our company, right? Now, let me learn how to create a parent company. Heading, enterprise structure, definition. Enterprise structure, definition. Financial accounting, definition, financial accounting. In that first one, what's the first one? Define company. Define company. Explains naming the company under Registered Companies Act. I repeat, explains naming the company under Registered Companies Act. The other word of registered is Global Companies Act. So at the time of degree, our author says Indian Companies Act. If I say Indian Companies Act, we are able to do business operations only in India. If I say Registered or Global Companies Act, they used to do business operations globally, across the globe. Example, example, Walmart, IKEA, Domino's, KFC, right? Hotel Taj, Airlines, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, HSBC Bank, etc. Metro. So, sir, what are the localized companies? DMart, More, right? Reliance. These and all only for a specific country. They do business operation only in a specific country. If your client specifically located only a specific country, we go for country specific stance. So they do business operations globally. There we maintain registered or global companies act. What's act number? 1901. What's act number? 1901. What's the Indian Companies Act? 1956 Indian Companies Act and 2013 Amendment Act. What are the two acts here? 1956 Indian Companies Act, 2013 Amendment Act. Globally, 1901, 1901. That is standard. Some people they used to call Global Companies Act. Some people they used to call Registered Companies Act. What's that? Registered Companies Act. Right. So, define company. Execute. Execute. Click on new entries. So, what's the company? Here, in last session, we discussed what's the company code? MRF Tires Limited, MR00. What's it? MR00. Like MR00. Name MRF Tires Limited. Company name MRF Tires Limited. Street High-Tech City. Guys, this is dummy address parameter. Whatever your client provide, mention those parameters. PO box 5 lakh 1. Guys, can I mention 5 characteristic? In India, we maintain 6 characteristic. For this, before we approve the one where country specific checks. In that, we mention postal code length 6 character. How many characteristic? 5 lakh 1? 6 character. And postal code 5 lakh 1. In US, PO box, postal code are differ. Remaining countries both are same.
Sir, as we mentioned, six.
Mm.
Right? So can I give 5 or 4?
No, 6 character below.
Up to 6, it will not take.
Up to 6 will allow. But the thing is, in next level, we maintain maximum length, maintain characteristic length of, we mentioned 5, right? Bank properties, there we mention 5 characteristic. The property will apply. And city, Hyderabad. Country, IN. Language, English. And observe, already we maintain currency, ISO, INR. Currency, INR. If you are not creating global parameters, here system it won't allow for country, postal code, and currency. First of all, we just guide to system my company located country and the currency and the postal code. First we create that parameter, then we come over here, we activate the principal. Activate the principal. Feel like SAP application is empty Excel. Empty Excel. If I enter MRF tax India, can system says country IN, currency INR? No. First of all, we used to give some inputs. Based on that, system shows this data. Clear? This. Right. Click on save icon. Click on save icon. Where the data stores? MRF tags. Like this is the folder. This is the folder. Means from now onwards, whenever we create the data related to MRF tags, the data stores in this MRF tag folder. MRF tags folder. Right? So, for example, the class wise I used to create one drive like this. So, ATM class drive. Where the data stores? Here only. Likewise, in server where the data stores, I create one folder MRF tags. Whenever we configure data related to MRF tags, the data stores in that particular folder. The data stores in that particular folder. Sir, here we can check what is the data. Like related SAP, already we created one folder. How to check that folder? How to check that SAP data folder? Now, what is this data saved, right? Heading, next slide. To view client customized data. To view client customized data. Transaction code. /n SE09 /n SE09.
Is it predefined code or
It's a standard code. For what purpose? To view the configuration data.
to remember this?
No need, just it's because in our regular class sessions we used to do multiple times. Don't worry. Click on display icon. What's the company? MRF tires. See here, MRF tires. This is the folder. How to check that folder data? Click on plus icon. Observe what are the things we create. Insert regions, define company. Define company. Sir, I want to see the define company code. The define company code. Right? See here, define company. Click on plus symbol. This is expand the tree. Is it our code MR00? MR00. For example, if you create multiple codes, it shows all the list of codes. All the list of codes. And observe, today I create one region. Already Tamil Nadu created, Telangana created. Today we create Andhra Pradesh. Just check the code. 37. 37 means Andhra Pradesh. So what are the things which we created respective country on the company code? The data stores here. The data stores here. Clear? This. So tomorrow we will continue how to create subsidiary company. Today we create a parent company. So tomorrow class we'll discuss what are the subsidiary companies, what are the company functions, what are the segments. So one by one we will discuss in our next class sessions.